On same picks, everything's going to be standard. The rules on Remix, I believe it wasn't game of record, but even if it was, I think you'd...
All that has to happen in order for it to be game of record is someone has to see someone else.
Yeah.
So that actually may have happened. We were about 45 seconds in, but even not, we're here now.
Yeah, players opted in at the very least
to
play the same game. So here we go, Cloud9 Tempest camping now at their own blue buff, and...
This is fun.
Just for fun, decided to pause the game.
But Boy's gone. I want to talk to him.
He's disappeared. He's a magician.
I wanted to ask him what he thought about junglers.
It's going to be a 30-second pause. Apparently, it's going to be real quick. Just like a reconnect, and we're fine.
That's what we said last time, Freak.
We said 2 to 3 minutes last time.
Okay.
Which means that instead of 20 minutes, it'll be 2 minutes. And then, you know, we'll just keep the multiplication going, and it'll be okay. Yeah, well, you know, he was LeBlanc. It was Deception. That was a clone. It timed out.
Yeah.
Something explanation, mid laner. That was why.
Anyway, LeBlanc, Ziggs.
Yeah.
Warwick, Shyvana.
Yeah.
We got Elise, Kha'Zix. It's really funny, actually, how Cloud9 Tempest has really taken 2 of CompLexity.Black's best champions away.
Yeah.
Ziggs and Kha'Zix are CompLexity.Black picks, and have been for quite some time.
To be fair, he did opt into LeBlanc really early on. They didn't think he'd get it.
Yeah, the thing is they didn't really take them away so much as they just picked other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Kha'Zix first pick, I think, threw them for a loop, because we know Kha'Zix is like this heavily contested first pick. It's a big jungle setup right there, and they're like, you know what? No, we'd rather ban the Evelynn. If you play Kha'Zix, no big deal, right? Wanted to remove that champion away from Kez instead. That was the CompLexity.Black lineup thought. But we are into the game, and honestly, yeah, C9T, I feel like they got a lot of champions they know very, very well. So I think they've done a very successful champ select. CompLexity.Black, they've always been a lineup, I feel like, that throws out weird things. I remember when they were playing, I think it was the promo tournament actually, Westrice and Arthalon switched lanes. And they had Arthalon playing Mundo top, Westrice brought Kha'Zix mid.
They used to do lane swaps all the time. I remember Arthalon's mid lane AP Elise.
Yep.
That was one of the oldies.
It was fun. Unfortunately, that one did not actually become super common. I remember when mid lane Lulu was the rare pick. Zamfir brought that one out. But now everyone just plays it, so it's not even nearly as special. So let's see. CompLexity.Black going to take their time. Minute 30 in, minions have spawned. So soon we're going to see the top laners potentially teleport to their own lanes. And because the setup's here, I guess we're going to have a 2-on-2 top.
Yeah, so maybe these teams are not just saying one team has to 2v1. They're just predicting where the other team's going to fly off to. Or will they actually just run in? There's only 4 CompLexity.Black people here, but 5 Cloud9 Tempest. This could be really bad.
Oh, Q comes across, nods of AoE comes in, the flashes as well. Who's going to get out of this one? Summoner heals used for a bit of movement speed. Another flash coming in, Kez nearly in range. ROBERTxLEE, 1 hit from dead, down he goes. First blood to C9T. Now Westrice also under fire. 1 more shot to go. The Q comes across, the flash from Kez slows down Probably 2 kills C9T.
Wow, so just a huge smattering of spells used right as the minions spawn too, which makes it even more punishing. Right there, the CompLexity.Black fell, because they will not be able to just go to their lanes immediately and get experience. So not only are they down on gold, they're heavily down on experience.
They're going to be down in some of the jungle as well. Kez going to get himself level 2 off the red buff. And he's going to back off without clearing the camp as well. So Brokenshard at his own buff, starting up with the golem. Not a huge problem for him, but you can see he's about a camp behind. And we'll see if there's going to be any other buff trades. Probably props passive. And actually, CLB off the deaths move their lanes around. They do look to 2v1 against Yazuki.
Yeah, well, Warwick with the teleport. Yazuki with the teleport as well. Westrice still not really doing much. You can see the Brokenshard and Westrice are maybe hoping to enact the buddy system here. It's what they call when... You know, most teams, when they 3v1, they get to jungler level 3, and their top laner will jungle himself and then just go to his lane later. What CompLexity.Black likes to do, and what they did when they took an inhibitor turret at 4 minutes against Complexity Red, is they buddy up with the top laner of the jungle, make sure they both hit level 2, and then go to lane with 4 people. However, we're almost 4 minutes in now, and they haven't even completed the buddy system, because they were heavily set back by those early deaths. Plus, Westrice isn't even level 2 yet.
Well, the friendship is now going to start. There it is. Gets a couple of minions, and there's the cannon wave. CompLexity.Black showing up there for this one. And yeah, Yazuki's going to make his way elsewhere on the map.
He teleported top to help with the push.
Yeah, so both teams going to run the 4-man there. Top lane turret's already going to go down, so C9T, despite the more durable turret, take that one out. Of course, the Warwick W will help CLB keep this push going, but so far 1-for-1 turret, second one going to be soon.
The Warwick actually works incredibly well in this format.
Yeah.
Roof attack speed from that W is massive.
Uh-oh,
Plus
probably
that 1v1
ignite on
from
the
the lane.
Bischu. Barrier popped as well. Probably forced a disengage. He's a couple hits from dead, though. This is going to be an important fight. Flashes the Q. Bischu.
Under 10 health.
Wow.
Just beginning up now.
Oh my gosh, such
Good
a close
Lord.
fight. But Bischu gets it. Second tier turrets under fire. These are going to be actually pretty much equalized here, slightly to C9T. But the push continues.
They both decide to stop after 2,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of recalls back.
Yeah, let's take another look at this one just to see how close
He's down a level.
trades were. Yeah, he was down a level. That's because of the first blood action. Shows you how strong he could have been. Does end up staying in. He tries to flash in over the bomb, which was really nice, but he just miscalculated his auto attack damage. He thought that next auto was going to kill him. It didn't, and he ended up losing the trade.
Well, there you go. Going to see, actually. So, Bischu, I'm going to check his armor real quick just to be curious. Only 25 armor on Ziggs, meaning he didn't run armor seals. That was just health.
Yeah, but a lot of
Not
magic
enough HP.
resist, so
Oh, sure.
I think in the overall trades he was a little bit healthier. This is an early dragon take. Cloud9 Tempest is coming down here. CompLexity.Black got to be real careful not to tilt this game.
Well, in comes Kez, who's got the smite. It's going to be red team picking up Dragon. Well done there to Brokenshard, but he's got nowhere to go. Kill pick up for C9T. By that trade of a Dragon.
4 kills already for Cloud9 Tempest. Now remember, the first blood happened so early, it's not full value.
Yeah.
60% of the total value for kills before 2 minutes, and then it scales up to full value between 2 and 4 minutes. So the kills now are absolutely full value. Getting the Dragon for 1 kill, considering they're already down kills, is not bad.
Oh, wow.
That was the 5th kill.
Yep.
Not sure how that one happened. Kez is going to be a very scary man.
Yeah, he's got Spirit Sword and a Longsword before 6 minutes into this game. Definitely a great start for himself. The top lane is fun to watch as well because Yazuki is actually staying up there against Westrice. Happy to play hyper-aggressive, super far in, and he's not worried about the Elise ganks. Actually, Brokenshard might get spotted out by Kez here.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well,
They've
big
lost
amount of burst.
complete control of the
Brokenshard
map here.
running out of health, pops the repel. Has nowhere to go. Bomb's going to land. Nice heal comes in. He's going to stay alive for now. Kez, low on health. The re-engage comes in. Probably helping his team. ROBERTxLEE picks up the kill. CLB turned that one around.
And so necessary right there. Kez definitely should not have leaped onto the spider there, where he thought it was coming down. That's the big disadvantage that they're holding. It's still a 1,000 gold differential.
Yeah.
Which isn't that much when you consider what's happened.
Yeah, a 4-kill deficit. Honestly, Minions, I'm looking at it, and Minions actually are pretty far apart, actually. Look at freaking what Altec's got right there. 52 to the 24 of ROBERTxLEE's Lucian. I gotta say, that's a very scary Corki in the near future.
Yeah, and we said in our pregame, which was so long ago at this point, but when Cloud9 Tempest can get Altec going, it is a big problem for the other team. They haven't even really had to try. He's just had the freedom of farming this game, and he's taken full advantage of it.
You're going to see there's the 2-on-2. No, the 3-on-2. Kez showing up as
He's
well.
level 6.
Yeah,
right.
ROBERTxLEE forced to run away. The dash comes in. The Valkyrie for Ziggs bomb as well. Will they get much more damage? Gleeb now stuck, or sorry, Bubbadub
the root
in the wrong spot. Root comes through. Gleebglarbu picked up the kill for this one. C9T now 6-1.
This could just be a classic snowball game right here. Team composition-wise, Cloud9 Tempest, we know they're stronger in 5v5 scenarios.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know CompLexity.Black's team composition was all about gaining map control, getting an edge, never letting Cloud9 Tempest set up for team fights. But because CompLexity.Black has lost so much pressure already, it's actually Cloud9 Tempest that's playing the pick game with an AoE team composition.
True.
So there's really not much CompLexity.Black can fight back with outside of catching Cloud9 Tempest making mistakes.
Well, they're going to look for this blue buff right here. I mean, last time this side of the jungle got invaded, it did turn into a kill for CompLexity.Black, but you're seeing Kez try this one. Probably still around Bubbadub as well. Looks like Minions going down. I want to see who ends up getting this blue buff because Kez not wanting to give this one away. Pink ward comes down just to reveal a bit more of the map.
Kez being level 4 is the one weakness of Cloud9 Tempest right now.
But CompLexity.Black did pull it into the brush, and here comes a flash, and Westrice finds a stun. Bischu taking a whole bunch of punishment, does get taken down. The Warwick roam works for him. Altec now the one getting attacked, going to jump over the wall pretty safely. Westrice no ulti, not much mana either. CompLexity.Black, they find another kill.
And they could never get the blood
flash
scent on.
Chain, but the cocoon's going to land. Kez has nowhere to go. 2 kills CompLexity.Black off that jungle invade.
Well, they do have a very utility and single target heavy team right there. So
Yeah.
when they could force the 5v4, the flash ultimate from Westrice did give him a little bit of an edge, but now the question is how much does that sacrifice? How much farm does that give back to Yazuki, and how much did they really take off that? Still 1,500 gold down, but that's a positive move. CompLexity.Black needs more of that.
See if they can find any more. The Warwick ultimate more than halfway back up, so maybe they'll find that one soon again. We'll see if Distortion comes in for Westrice as well. Reduce that flash, that TP cooldown. We'll see what happens overall. Probably actually right now holding the mid lane with Bubbadub. They're leaving actually solo lane farm to ROBERTxLEE. You mentioned that level lead that Altec had a little while ago. Nice burst comes through as well. But they're letting that Lucian get some levels to get the culling, to get some more of his combat stats.
Looks like both AD carries are doing the Bloodthirster rush. Except there's a BF sword on one guy. Just the Vamp Scepter on the other.
Yeah.
Altec going to continue to try and bully him out. Just a couple rockets.
You can see it's pretty easy for the Corky Burst to come through. Robert doing the best he can to make the trades, but Zerk Greaves don't work very much in burst scenarios. He can do what he can with the ultimate. He actually, last time he got sent back, and picked those up. See now the push still coming through the mid lane for Prawley. He'll do what he can with this one. Bischu, though, with the blue buff, to keep in mind with that last invade, it actually did force CompLexity.Black to pick up blue buff on a Brokenshard. He had to secure that one himself, so Prawley, running out of mana here, did pick up an early flask for his lane.
Yeah, I mean, Brokenshard's items is pretty much comparable with what Kez has done. Kez's Kha'Zix has been the least impressive part of this Cloud9 Tempest team. 2, 2, and 3, but only 19 CS.
Yeah. Well, think back to the pick and ban phase. Right? They left the first pick Kha'Zix open, banning only the Evelynn. And, you know, maybe that did work out here for CompLexity.Black. We'll see what Kez can do with the rest of this game. Still, he's got money. He's got a Lizard Elder to the Golem Spirit of Brokenshard. We'll see how these junglers match up. But they're on equal item tiers right now due to the farm advantage. We'll see 1,600 separates these guys, and still, actually more lane rotations. CompLexity.Black putting their AD carry back in the mid lane now, holding that one. Probably starting to roam around. Early sweeper, 3 sweepers already for CLB. 2 for Cloud9 Tempest. A couple of pink wards added to the inventories of various members. Westrice also adding just an early tanky build, so not going...
Yeah, not going for that Glacial Shroud.
Oh my gosh, the damage in the mid lane though, probably finding the roam. Taking the kill down.
Yeah, I mean...
Mid-game's going well.
Honestly, Kez's presence has been diminished right here, and the kill for... That timing for the kill could not be better. Ziggs is the main threat when trying to zone away from the Dragon area, and this is the type of 1v1s they want to be getting. Kez having to blow his ultimate before even going in for the Dragon here. Altec gonna try to do it himself.
Here comes the teleport as well. It's gonna be the disengage. CLB have to give away the Dragon, and look at this. Nice re-engage. Cloud9 Tempest showing no fear. Take the Dragon for themselves.
The teleport by Yazuki is, in the end, what sealed it.
Yep.
So the previous fight was won because Westrice could teleport down, but this Dragon was won because Yazuki could teleport down, and that was huge.
Wow, flash forced away. Gleebglarbu nearly getting taken down on that one. Does get himself the safety for this one, though. Yazuki's still going to just clear away waves in the mid lane. The top lane, of course, already got pushed in. So it's going to be a bit of defense coming in for Westrice to hold that turret. Now the global objectives are off the map, and keep in mind C9T has already taken the outer turret in the bottom lane, so it's going to be Altec just shoving that one in, but just some quick, easy turret defense. No other objectives really on the map right now.
Yeah, so 2,000 gold lead, holding pretty strong for Cloud9 Tempest, but they're definitely not doing that much to close this. I'd say CompLexity.Black actually haven't lost their heads after that disastrous early game.
Yeah.
This game started 5 kills to 0, about 5 or 6 minutes in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is just absurd.
Well, so far, it's going to look at what's equalized so far. Top laners, pretty much the same situation. Upgraded boots, starting their major builds. Tank versus early Cutlass here. Junglers still on actually fairly equal footing as well, despite kills on one side, farm on the other. Just the general jungle spirits. Mid laners, I still got to say, a big lead right now to Bischu. Even though Prawley has finished, you know, getting a kill in mid lane once in a while, I just got to say that Ziggs is massive. As long as he's got his barrier, he'll probably be safe. But probably just sweeping away some wards, trying to still make plays on that LeBlanc. DFG LeBlanc, also to point out.
Not, I mean, most likely.
Yeah.
We're starting to see large.
I usually don't see Death Cap.
You don't see Death Cap Rush. DFG, especially for the type of play they're trying to make, which is to single out an individual target. The DFG is the play for Prawley. He wants to be able to control Bischu out of the lane and then make plays off of that. If they cannot get control of individuals, then they will never be able to get control of the game.
We'll see what the next individual play is going to be. Teleport is up for Westrice, but not for Yazuki. Though the timing is going to be such that teleport will be up with a minute to spare for the next dragon respawn. So that could be something that Cloud9 Tempest is happy to wait for. We did say they're a team that, generally speaking, likes to play for the late game. They've got an AD carry with Bloodthirster and the beginnings of Phage.
Yep.
Although I got to point out, for CLB, ROBERTxLEE has gotten pretty much all the kills on his team. So he's actually completely keeping pace with Altec right now.
Yeah, definitely itemized. 10 gold off.
10 gold. I was
He's
so
actually
close.
ahead of him.
He's ahead. There we go. ROBERTxLEE going to fight the top laner here, who has not added much armor to the arsenal here. So,
and if you would,
okay.
if you would want an AD carry fed, you'd want its support to be Lulu as well.
Yeah.
The potential protection for ROBERTxLEE is great, but I still don't think they're going to be highly threatening in team fights. They have to get the pick kills like this one.
Ulti comes in, big damage on Yazuki, takes the dragon form, flashes, and gets himself out of range. But Westrice,
blood scent.
Cutlass slow. Blood scent still there. Here comes Gleeb though. Q comes off, Westrice gets the kill, but he's got to run now. Here comes Kez, here comes Bischu. Good amount of damage comes in as well, and Westrice will fall. Trading the kill for that one. Top lane didn't go down or anything. Brokenshard's got to be a little bit afraid of Altec. Goes in for the fight, but Bloodthirster Corki is a scary force right here. Brokenshard not quite going to take the missile, still running backwards. If that R had hit, Altec could have all in that.
Nice little trade there by Altec. It burns his entire mana pool, but there was so many people committed up in the top lane, he could safely engage on a Brokenshard there without worrying about the stun. All things considered, though, that was actually pretty well played by both of them. They traded damage to an adequate level, and then they both had to back off.
Going to be just the quick minion kills for Brokenshard, sustaining what he can with the melee W. For Gleebglarbu, attacked over the wall. Ooh. The Glitter Lance is not hit, but Ignite might be enough. Probably does pick up the kill. This shield granting him the assist thanks to Bubbadub. So 7-6 now on kills.
They did have to burn 2 flashes for that, but we're really seeing the coordination from CompLexity and the reason they picked such a single target heavy team composition, because they're good at forcing these kills and they're trying to take advantage of Cloud9 Tempest just laning phase at this point. Despite CompLexity.Black falling so far behind in the early game, they're crawling back. I can't even imagine if that disaster didn't happen at the start of the game where they gave up 5 kills, how well they'd be doing. I think they're completely outplaying Cloud9 Tempest for the past 13 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
12 minutes?
Yeah, everything past 2:30, roughly. After the level 3 versus level 4 all-in, I gotta say it's been CompLexity.Black for the most part. A few glimmers for C9T. I gotta say their dragon play was smart. They lost Bischu, and they just came in and said, no, we're going to take this dragon fight anyway 4v4 with the teleport. But yeah, it's a lot of great individual moves by CompLexity.Black. I want to see when the aggression comes back for Tempest.
Well, we know dragon's in a minute.
Yep.
And this is the really contentious part for CompLexity.Black. If they have to fight a straight-up 5v5 at dragon, I think they might even lose the game. However, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get vision control of the dragon, and they're trying to catch someone from Cloud9 Tempest getting vision control. So if Prawley can catch someone without getting poked down by Ziggs, then they have the edge. But if it's a straight-up 5v5 fight, Cloud9 Tempest takes this one, no problem.
See if we can find it. Pink wards, 3 of them for CompLexity.Black right on your screen here. Gonna get rid of some more wards. They don't want to let C9T in. Of course, vision control is the way that CompLexity gets themselves in team fights. Cocoon's not quite gonna land right there. It's gonna be safety right there. Top laner still waiting around. You've got Westrice chilling up there. Of course, he has teleport and the Sunfire Cape. Yazuki holding the mid lane for now, but no one's really going to make any major headway. ROBERTxLEE shoves the minion wave down, and looks like mid lane turret's under a bit of fire.
Yeah, the dragon's up in 2 seconds. This is actually CompLexity.Black in huge danger of getting collapsed upon.
We'll see if dragon ends up being the goal instead, though. Honestly,
yeah, at this point,
trying for it.
Yeah, at this point, CompLexity.Black, I don't think they can really do the dragon realistically without opting into a fight. If they do, they're being very bold. They'd have to instantly kill probably Bischu.
Well, it's going to be the dragon going down rather rapidly. They're not going to try it at all. Mid lane still the target of attention. Brokenshard holding on. Mid lane turret does go down. Inside track for CompLexity.Black. Do they stop the rotation and get major damage here? There's a ward over the wall from Lulu. Spiderling comes in, and they're going to defer to Cloud9 Tempest. Of course, top lane has been pressured, though. It's another turret set up.
That was actually really good by both teams, knowing the limits of their team compositions and playing to each other's strengths. Cloud9 Tempest going for the dragon, and as a result, CompLexity tried to rotate and go for blue. And once again now, it's Cloud9 Tempest trying to overpower the mid lane with this group of 5. Nothing on CompLexity can really touch Cloud9 Tempest when they're 5.
Coming in, though.
Even if they got a fight here, I feel like Tempest wins it.
Well, let's see what happens. Westrice goes in for the ulti onto Kez. Big damage comes through, but he's going to escape that for now. Ziggs bomb comes across, knock up there. Kez is going to disengage. Big burst from Corki as well. Westrice has the Lulu ulti forced to walk back on this one, culling with some decent damage, but Nothing major picked up just yet. They're trading blows back and forth. And they stop.
Game on, I think, after that fight, because they both just kind of clashed into each other. A slight initiation edge right there.
The catch! Kez! Brokenshard finds a solo kill.
Wow. So what all of that just kind of told us is that CompLexity.Black is well on their way to coming back in this game, because they initiated into a 5v5, albeit they did have a slight jump onto Cloud9 Tempest, which is what they need in fights like that. But then after they were able to evenly trade into Cloud9 Tempest strength, they got more kills.
Wow,
oh dear.
Probably overextends. Looks at the kill and Altec doesn't find it. Brokenshard in a bad spot. That's going to be another kill picked up. Bubbadub under fire. Triple kill for Altec. That's going to put C9T right back in the driver's seat.
I think I cursed them right there, saying how well CompLexity.Black was finding picks and forcing fights, and they just walk into Altec's Corki. The last person on Cloud9 Tempest who you want to get kills right there picks up a bunch of them. Really, CompLexity let their guard down for a second, and Altec crushed them.
Well, that's not going to be good things now for the red team here. Even blue up getting stolen away.
Look at this. They think it's a 3v2, but like, why go in so heavily onto Altec right there? Probably thought he could get the root. That's not going to stop Altec from spamming his spells on you. He never got the silence early on. And then Altec could just chase in for the triple kill.
Yep. Massive damage coming through there. Trinity Force done at 20 minutes plus the Bloodthirster. Big item lead there. You can see only Sheen plus half of Phage for ROBERTxLEE. Bischu, probably finds some damage.
He guessed he was in that brush. He had to jump in and then ward it.
That was impressive. It does force the flash out, so
yep.
So summon a spell pickup there for a ward. I gotta say, that's a worth it trade. Altec gonna kill the minions that have gotten pushed down to the bottom lane. That's safe for him. 197 minions. C9T are letting him get all that farm, and it's paying off for him.
He's gonna be a real scary man. This is actually one of the strongest points in the game on Corki. Trinity Force first and Bloodthirster. Corki doesn't necessarily, we've talked about this, you and me, at length. We have slightly different opinions on Corki's ability to get armor penetration and magic penetration in the game. I feel like since he does such a mix of magic damage and physical damage, that right now, when he's just completed his core damage items, this is his strongest point in the game. Yeah, because he can't equally build penetration to maximize that armor later, so at this point, the enemy doesn't have the armor and magic resist, so he is just shredding everyone.
Yeah, I agree on that one for sure.
Yeah. Friendship.
Yes. I mean, you've got like 400 or 500 damage Qs by a late game. At this point, they're still like above 350.
Absolutely.
I keep forgetting to do the math on it, but right now, Corki Q is going to deal 360 plus 15. So he's like a 387 damage Q right there on like an 8-second-ish cooldown. There's a lot of magic burst right now coming out for him. Sork Shoes would be a good choice if you wanted him. Westrice getting rooted up a little bit. Yazuki has a Cutlass slow if he wants it, doesn't use it. Push now into the mid lane, C9T.
I really wonder. Cloud9 is, again, trying to force around his 5. The 3 kills by Altec might just put them over the top in this next fight. And as long as they continue to group up here, it makes it exceedingly difficult for CompLexity to force anything. There's no split push going. There aren't minion waves that are shoving in. There are no objectives with which CompLexity.Black can force around. So really in the driver's seat here is Cloud9.
There's no real hard engage for the roster, but they have a bunch of poke that they can force people off the turret with.
Their threat as a unit is what gives them the power right now.
You see the top lane turret down to below 1/3. Brokenshard taking a bunch of damage to his face. ROBERTxLEE a little bit split off, but he is safe right now. Yazuki's not going to dive in just yet. The next wave shows up, though. Robert still off in the wings, puts the ulti down, finds some decent damage. Just enough for the team to wave clear, though. Yeah,
Robert's trying to take advantage of Cloud9 Tempest's inability to hard initiate right there. Normally that would be suicide for an AD carry to come into the side like that, but he knows Cloud9 can't really go at him.
Yeah. Well, Kez actually is off in the wings, but no one's going to capitalize if Warwick did ulti on that one.
He's the weakest member of the team as well, so
yeah, he's frail.
If he went over there, there's a chance Robert could have just killed him.
Oh, wave clear once again. Cloud9 Tempest looking for round 3 on this turret. Is it going to be enough damage? They're like 3 shots away.
Looks like.
They are going to take that turret down. Altec getting the kill credit on that one. 231 in minions. 303 is champion kill score. That is still a very powerful Corki. Dragon is up in 20 seconds, and C9T, they're all on the right side of the map for this one.
Yeah, if they pick up that Dragon, they're going to start... Going to open up a 5,000 gold lead. It's getting to the point where it might be too late for CompLexity.Black. You know, you you only get so many misplays
Yeah.
in a game before you cannot come back. Honestly, if we're looking at this like a best-of-3 scenario, this is actually the type of game, if CompLexity.Black keeps fighting back, that, oh dear, here comes the fight.
Well, it's going to be the jump into Brokenshard, then half HP, jumps into the air. Who's going to get the first real bit of damage down? Brokenshard does fall down, 1-for-0 C9T. ROBERTxLEE forced to flash away. One shot from Dead, puts the cooling down. Flash attack from Altec, gets the kill. Probably in a bad spot. Bubbadub as well. Multiple kills coming through, only one traded back. It's going to be a 4-for-1 and another triple kill for Altec for C9T.
Altec is a monster right now, and it's just a lonely Westrice who's going to try and do it all himself. Cloud9 pushing hard on this mid-turret.
Yeah, Westrice is going to do what damage he can, but he's not going to stop the turret from going down. Root might come out from Karma. Now they choose to just disengage instead. Blue buff and Dragon both up for C9T.
They're getting hunted by Warwick, but they should be able to take this. Another look at this fight. It's the group and the mob of Cloud9 Tempest. Brokenshard went in to just the heap of damage that Cloud9 Tempest has, and they're fighting in a choke point too, which is the worst place for CompLexity.Black to pick this fight, since they do not do the AoE damage. It's no wonder this fight went 4-1.
Of course, Dragon picked up on the back of that
Could
one
not
as well.
get the Dragon, actually.
Oh, they didn't? Oh.
Yeah. Westrice did a number on them. They were also low, and Westrice had the move speed plus the huge amount of tankiness. He can get it back with CompLexity.Black.
Well, that's actually a really good pickup in for these guys. Of course, still going +3 kills. Worth more than a Dragon at the very least. I know Dragon is worth more XP if you're under-leveled in the game. I'm pretty sure that change went through in the preseason.
Correct.
Yeah.
You are correct.
So you get up to triple experience for Dragon if you're far enough behind. You get 25% times the square of the level difference. That's the
You're getting all technical. You're like, I think it went through this. Oh, here's the exact change. Yes.
25% times the square of the level difference, capped at triple. There you go.
Right,
That's the
Rick
one.
just did that out of his memory.
I love numbers. They're fun. You know, I used to play under the alias Rain Man back in the day. Before the Rain Man was a thing.
Yeah.
Before League of Legends. I used that alias. That'll show you what I like about numbers.
So anyway, Cloud9 Tempest right now, still a 6,000 gold lead. And before that last fight erupted. I was actually going to say this is the type of game that CompLexity.Black's really going to regret. And these are the types of games that make best-of-3 series happen.
Okay.
I kind of feel like, to go all 3 games. Because clearly, ooh, that was a nice play by Robert. Clearly, CompLexity.Black has a lot of positive aspects to their game that they can take advantage of certain aspects of Cloud9 Tempest, but they just made one too many mistakes this game.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gotten out of control. They're still going to think, and they've proven that they have the capability to beat Cloud9 Tempest in Game 2. But this game, it's a long shot.
Yeah, it's going to take quite a bit of effort here. 7,000 gold, almost a difference there. And I kind of want to think back to the level 1 as well, because that was a greedy level 1. They went in with 4, expecting not to see 5.
Yeah, it's true.
Walking through wards, and was like, hope they're not there. We're going to invade with 4 people, and it definitely backfired on that one.
Almost speaks to overconfidence as a whole.
Yeah.
You know?
They thought they knew the level 1 setups, and was like, they'll be here, don't worry.
And you even look at the other mistakes they made this game. Like walking into Altec's Corki.
Yeah.
A bunch of low health people.
Yeah. If you don't one-shot Corki, he will kill the LeBlanc.
Yeah.
You are not a durable man, probably. So we'll see what happens. Gleebglarbu actually picks up not only Spooky Ghost for himself, it's one of the changes, items that got changed in 4.5, a lot more AP and some CDR, but also has a blue elixir, so high AP Karma, 130 something. He's almost got as much AP as Prolly. Converts on a Kez, good damage, but Prolly's forced to get back. Altec shows up, down below half. Zig's ulti not even going to matter. Altec finds the solo kill there. Twin Shadows get the slow on a Bubbadub as well.
That means Baron. They're going to try for Baron now.
Yep, TP comes in from Shyvana.
The Spooky Ghost.
It returns.
This will be a tough one. They're banking on Brokenshard's ability to steal, or the rest of the team's ability not to die.
Westrice powers through the minefield. They get a slow onto 2, actually. You can find much more. Satchel Charge does blow up already, and C9T actually forced to disengage. Westrice, though.
The damage,
though. Health, the dive comes through. Will they find enough? There comes the dive on in. Bubbadub goes down, but ulti comes in from Westrice's, but it's not going to be enough, though. Westrice now trying to run away on Warwick. One shot to go. Dodges the rocket. The stun comes in. Kez goes down. Nice play. Brokenshard repels over the wall on top of that one. That makes it a 1-for-1.
For now. Let's see if Brokenshard can get away from this one. Gleebglarbu. Nice flash. Knocked back.
Good satchel. Probably shows, though. Stun does not land on Altec. That's going to be Corki doing a whole bunch of pain. Now legendary for the C9T AD carry. Stops Baron, but it's a +1 kill.
Yeah. CompLexity.Black up against the wall right here. Prolly is just ridiculously underfarmed. DFG with no supporting damage, no magic penetration, no death cap. He can't take out anyone right now because the magic resist is pouring in from Cloud9 Tempest across the board. Look at those Negatron Cloaks and Banshees both getting built up. Let's take another look at this fight, though. It was really just a nice smattering of damage by CompLexity.Black. ROBERTxLEE with a Culling to get them out of the pit to at least stop them from getting this. If Yazuki landed that ultimate, I think, on a Westrice, this fight's a clean take for the rest of them. But because he was able to get away with the sliver of health, it delayed it a bit more. Still, 7,000 gold down.
7,000, very big deal right there. It's a 1/6 lead for a C9T. That's the ratio of gold increase for what that one's worth. We're going to see CompLexity.Black. All they can really do now is just try to farm minions and get their gold back up in this one. You're going to see Warwick in the bottom lane. Does not have teleport. Shyvana doesn't either, for what it's worth. Buffs going down. The Lucian's trying to get some farm as well, but C9T is making their way right back to Dragon. And they started it right off.
Yeah, well, Lucian's back at base. Warwick is bottom lane, and they know his teleport was down because they saw him teleport into the last one. Aggressive take right here. It's going to have to be a steal, and then he would die afterwards.
Yeah, probably low on health. Brokenshard taking a bit of pain as well. They're going to wait this one out until the wards.
Look at the damage they can do over the wall.
They won't go down, though. Here comes the repel. Goes down too fast. Brokenshard's on the wrong side of the wall at this point. Down goes 2 kills so far. Altec finds the chase down into Bubbadub. Now the rest of CompLexity.Black trying to run away. ROBERTxLEE and Probably forced back to their base. Westrice also now overextended. Pop the ulti, but has nowhere to go in this one. Flashes the wall. He's running. But that Warwick's going down.
How far, though? That's another kill for Altec. 10-0-6. The Corki is a monster, and so is the Cloud9 Tempest team. 11 kill advantage, pushing into the base with 5.
There we go. Inhib turret now under fire. Yazuki taking the turret shots. Doesn't care too much about that. The turret falling over. ROBERTxLEE on the back foot as well. He's running backwards. Probably still in a pretty decent spot for himself. But the mid inhib is gone. It's going to be C9T backing up, though, off that one, with another gigantic lead with Baron buff now on their champions.
Of course they must back away at this point, but we can definitely see they have built themselves up a monstrous advantage. They know the Dragon timer, or at least they should. They should stick around for this one. Altec, do not go home. Come on, guys. You're going to give a Dragon to CompLexity.Black. Don't do it. They're going back.
They'd rather buy. Oh, the rest of them are going to do it.
Aha!
It's the split teamwork. The other guys kill it. It's going to be the Yordles don't need to kill dragons. They're non-violent, actually. They're just going to buy.
Yep.
Yordles a race that loves shopping.
Banshee's Veils on Yazuki, Altec, even.
Most of it here for Bischu.
Most of it even on Bischu. Just goes to show how they are. Really just an overload of damage when compared to CompLexity.Black. So they don't even necessarily have to itemize the Void Staff onto Ziggs. Normally you would see the third offensive item on Ziggs before the defensive item, but they're really just making sure that no one can get picked off because they know for a certainty if they get a 5v5 fight, they will win.
Yeah.
So they just are minimizing their ability to get one shot or surprised out of a fight.
I guess you figure with a 13,000 gold lead, that averages out to about 2,600 per person on the team.
It's a Bansheesville.
Yeah, like everyone can afford a Banshees and still doesn't have a level lead.
And have just as much damage as the other team, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus Baron buff, plus all the other happiness that comes with levels, and just having health and MR is not exactly a dead stat. So it's going to be a good situation for Cloud9 Tempest, looking now to push in the bottom lane. Seems to be the area of focus with Bischu and Altec there, the Yordle pair. Karma's coming up. Shyvana with teleport up is waiting off on the top side. Just going to split push for now.
Plus, we were talking before the game, or during the first delay, about the double heal bot lanes and the amount of shielding that can happen in the game right now. Mikhail's for the heal, Lock of the Iron Solar for the shield and the aura, on top of the Banshee's Veils, on top of the double heal.
Yep.
No one is getting assassinated by Probly today.
Bischu even got barrier. He can get healed by the AD carry as well. There's so much health available to these guys. And the siege now begins. Yazuki will stay top lane there. Westrice will see if he can get his way in on the Warwick. They will have 4 seconds to make the move before Shyvana appears. Bubbadub loses goes health bar though to Altec. That's the kind of damage they're playing with.
I'd say that's a lot of damage. Bubbadub's going to be in a bit of a pickle pretty soon here. Trying to cull away the wave, but Cloud9 Tempest is not afraid.
It's not the best thing for Probably. He's been slowed down. Good burst comes in from Kez. Here comes the engage as well. AoE. Man, Mass Hold is coming across. Low health for CompLexity.Black. Bottom lane inhibitor. Now going to go the way of Cloud9 Tempest as well. The siege continues now to the Nexus turrets. CompLexity.Black do not look like they're going to be able to stop this one out. It's going to be the quick kill on turret number 1. C19 back off a little bit, waiting for the wave to push forward.
Yeah, we'll have 2 waves of Superminions about to come in here. It's an almost nearly impossible hole for CompLexity.Black, but they're going last-ditch effort.
Goes in for Bischu. Good damage comes across. He does fall over. Westrice trades his life for it. 1-for-1 fight goes in so far. Brokenshard now running away in the backlines. He's going to go down 2 kills again to Altec. 4v3 on the map from Cloud9 Tempest. Look now for the last Nexus turret. Push comes through, burst comes in, Altec not going to fall down, gets Whimsy, doesn't matter. Flashing away, Altec still alive, getting lower on health. He tries to get the kill, he does go and trade kills for this one, but the ace comes through, 2 kills for Kez. Nexus goes down, Cloud9 Tempest gonna win game 1 of the semifinal.
25 kills in 35 minutes, they get the Nexus, and that was a nice victory for them. Yes, they had the benefit of the level 1, but the game ended up evening out a little bit. CompLexity.Black did swing a little bit of that forward towards their momentum.